What's up, you guys? So this is week 3 now of my therapy sessions, and I just wanted to go over what I have been experiencing so far on this journey. One of the main things that I've been experiencing is just this overwhelming feeling of lightness. I'm just lighter. Being able to talk about these things with a complete stranger who has no preconceived notions about me whatsoever, knowing anything about me or that situation, there is relief in that because I don't have to worry about what you think of me. That's a plus. Another thing that I've noticed is I'm getting sick of talking about this person, my abuser. I'm getting sick of it. And on top of that, I'm not crying anymore. Like at all. I don't cry when I tell my story, which is amazing because like I just feel like I'm over it. Now, I'm not 100% over it because then I wouldn't freak out if I smell a certain type of cologne or I see somebody who literally used to dress like him. It's still a work in progress, but I do have something to help me with that. I have been working on is outside of my weekly therapy sessions, I vlog about it, and on top of that, I take an hour and work on this book, PTSD Workbook. And for an hour every day, I read it, and if I come across an exercise, like there are some exercises in here, I do those. So for an hour, I just dedicate myself to this workbook, and it really is comforting because you learn so much more about your traumas, different classifications, different categories, how it comes about, the regular responses that your body gives when you see someone who resembles your abuser, or you come across memories, locations where those bad things happened, and it triggers this body reaction. Like me, for example, I was having a meeting the other day with a close friend, and I saw through the window what looked like my ex, and he dressed like him. It was crazy. I was able to recall every detail about his appearance. It's like I remembered everything the way it was. And I was convinced it was him, and I started making a plan to leave. I even asked my friend to go out and check to see if it was him, and then obviously it wasn't. But that's when I realized, okay, this is bad. I need to work on this. I told my therapist, and she recommended that book, and it's been great so far. And no one judges me, it all stays in the book. So if you're a very private person like me, it really helps. But also talking about it with my therapist really is a huge, huge relief. It's to the point where I don't even know how to fill up the hour time slot anymore. I end up talking about random things in my life, and I don't even talk about him. On a more personal note, I'm realizing that I'm strong and that I can find my strength in numbers. Being that I am vlogging about this, I was able to look up other people's vlogs, and it's heartbreaking but also empowering because they picked up a camera and they shared their story. And if their stories can be heard, then you can hear my story. And there are far worse cases. You know, I'm not saying like, pity me, I went through all this bull crap and I'm broken. Yes, we all are broken to some extent, and we all have healing in many different ways, but this is my journey, and I'm very passionate about this. And I have a project that's coming out called Pages, and it's going to touch on everything I experienced with that relationship. And hopefully it'll bring healing to you as well. But until then, I just wanted to share my thoughts after my weekly therapy session. And I will see you week 4 next week. See ya.